Alrighty, fanboys and fangirls, today's episode is going to be pretty long, hopefully not, but in today's episode we're going to talk about the iPad Pro. I've already discussed everything you need to know about this tablet, but we have come into a few problems and it could impact the shipping and delay the product, but not in time for its release. I'll explain all the details. Also on today's episode, the Samsung Galaxy S21 FE rumors, I've already started about it, and this is going to be the only video that I talk about it because I basically think we know everything about it and there's really no hype for me to make about it. And lastly, we're going to talk a little bit more about Apple developing more on that HomePod screen when I was talking about the HomePod Max. A little bit more information has come out and I think we have an idea of what it could possibly be. All that on today's episode, so stay tuned. YouTube, what's poppin'? Michael here, welcome back to Technoid. I hope you're doing well, hope you all are staying safe. Now again, tech guys, today's episode is only going to be 3 stories, but it might be a little long, so I really hope you can enjoy the whole episode. But anyway guys, my AirPod Max video is officially out. I can tell you guys that is the hardest video I have ever had to film for a headphone review, so I really hope you check it out and you give it a watch. And if you enjoy it, hit the like button, and if you have any feedback you want to give, we always appreciate the feedback. All that out of the way, let's get it going. So story number 1, the main story, the iPad Pro. Now, I have done countless videos in the past. I have done countless stories. I've talked about the iPad Pro. I have said everything that there needs to be said about this device, so I'm not going to talk to you about the specs, but what I am going to talk to you is about a potential problem that could delay the product indefinitely or delay the launch. Now, this isn't a factor right now, but there are known issues going on within the supply chain, and this could impact the release date and when the shipping cycles begin, because according to Apple insiders, Apple was expected to release the 2 iPad Pro models as soon as April, but now there have been known issues with the mini LED backlight technology. This new system is only going to be exclusive to the 12.9 inch. However, though, the mini LEDs are proving to be very poor, meaning that they are comparatively fewer completed and fault-free backlighting systems need to be completed. On top of that, there are many LED systems that are just malfunctioning, and there aren't known issue of how many of this is there going to be. Now, when we take a look at this comes to us from Bloomberg. So Bloomberg has a reputable track record, especially when it comes to the supply chain. But taking the deep further dive, it says here that this is only for the 12.9 inch iPad, and while they do see this being an issue, there is also a factor going on with the global shortage of processors, chipsets. Things of all that are incorporated into this, but they do expect that the iPad Pro will continue to make its launch date, but it will be pushed to a delayed shipping date for consumers. Now, do I believe this? Absolutely, because if you guys don't know what's going on, the whole tech world has been hit with a shortage of chipsets. Look at Tesla. Anytime they make cars, they use CPUs, circuit boards, everything, because it's an electric car. But because of the shortage of chips, they claim they're alright, but shipping delays have gone from 6 to 10 weeks for a Model 3 or a Model Y. They're 2 most popular models. If you take a look at Apple products, while they are relatively up to date and they have a lot in the warehouses, a very few selected products like iPads are starting to get a noticeable push because there is a shortage. And now that we see that this new iPad Pro has faulty mini LEDs on top of a chip shortage, this doesn't lend well, especially for the release cycle of this product. But with that said though, I do see Apple still rolling out this product worldwide, and I don't see them really kind of taking a backseat or putting it in neutral. I think they will release it, but I think that they are going to expect some heavy delays because a lot of people are probably going to go for this tablet, and this kind of also solidifies a reason why Apple sticks with Samsung. People always say, why do they buy Samsung? Why can't they make their own device? Or better yet, make their own panels? Well, buying from other third-party chains like this is one of the reasons. Now, again, I did cover somewhere where they did say that these panels would come from LG and of course other manufacturers. But if you guys want to know why they stick with Samsung, this is the reason why. They're reputable, they're reliable screens, and most of all, there's no issues. So we'll see how Apple nicks out the bugs, but I will keep you up to date if there are any more delays on the iPad Pro, and I will let you know down in the comment section, and also you can write me if you have any other questions. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's talk about story number 2. Story number 2, let's follow up. Now, I did an episode previously where I encourage you guys to check it out. I did a video talking about how they were making a HomePod Max, which is basically a HomePod speaker system that is going to compete with the Google Home Max, and basically will have a touch screen where you can FaceTime and do other things. things. Well, according to Mark Gurman is back, people. Apparently, he says that Apple is working on a new smart home product, which could be an evolution of the Apple TV set-top box that integrates with a smart speaker and camera hardware. Now, it's very similar to a Roku streaming bar. However, this would be a singular device that would upgrade a user's living room with a multimedia system. Now, this one is a little bit out there because I did cover this and I talked about how tvOS is pointing with codes. So a lot of this does relate to this product, what Gurman is saying, but it is a very early stage. But Gurman goes on and explains that they will have video streaming apps and game console features that you can use like the Apple TV, as well as the HomePod smart speaker feature and a camera for smart home security and living room FaceTime. Now, I was thinking about this product the other day and I said that it kind of contradicts what the iPad is, because if you guys don't know, the iPad is supposed to be like that tablet, you pick it up, you go anywhere with it. But then the more I started thinking about it, and the more I saw the Google Home Max, and I said to myself, you know, this is a very practical product. This might actually be a very good product. And if Apple does make this product, it's a very good competition for the Google Home Max or the Nest Hub or even the Show. This is something that I think we can all benefit from, and I think that this is going to be a good thing. Now, of course, knowing Apple and their track record, it is probably going to be very pricey, but the one thing that Gurman did say was they were going to keep the same technology with the original HomePod, with the array of microphones, tweeters, and woofer, and a screen. See, I like that because I think that the HomePod, the original HomePod, had some great build quality on the inside. Sure, it was overpriced, and yes, it did not meet probably as much households as I wanted, but I really thought that it had impressive technology. So keeping that initiative alive and also pairing it with an Apple TV, a screen and all that, you have something here that actually is pretty interesting. So again, I will update you guys on this story, and I gotta tell you, it's starting to take some form and I like what I'm hearing. So we'll check it out and see what happens. And last story, the S21 FE. Now, if you made it this far, let's do a hashtag Samsung time, because now comes the S21 FE. Now, this one I don't even need to look at an article for, but guys, I was literally going to cover this story, and take a look at the name of this article. Samsung's Galaxy S21 FE looks like the Galaxy 21, but may cost a lot less.
Well, no fucking shit.
Like, have you missed out on every release? Did you just start covering media? This dude, Kishan, or I'm sorry if I said your name wrong, but come on, dude. That is a terrible clickbait article. Come on. Like, I know people that have better clickbaits than that. So you know what? I haven't done this before. I've never done this in a while. But you know what, Kishan? You, my friend, have a terrible name of titles, and just for that alone, because I read this actual piece of crap, you're going on casual alert. So, casual alert. Alright. S21 FE is basically, again, just the Galaxy S21, but of course with a plastic back. It will also have a little bit of a difference in the display. Camera technologies look very, very similar. They will have a different chassis, but also it will have a better detail array of cameras, like I said before. But most of all, it does show that they are going to keep with this fan edition and making it under the $1,000 price tag. Now, I don't have to really go into too much detail about this story because, again, we know everything there is to know about these devices in advance. So there is no real hype for me to pump it out. But I will say this, the fan edition phones have sold better than the flagships and even the A series. So just because I'm not enthusiastic about it doesn't mean I'm gonna rule it out as nothing, because the fan edition phones have proven to be a hit. And they might be a hit and grab some good market share. So if you want to know what the fan edition phones are, they're basically just OnePlus phones except done better. I can't believe I just said that. But I'm going to keep an eye out for the fan edition phones. That article was just ridiculous. But basically all you need to know is, yes, it is an S21, but it's going to have cheaper build and all that. What else is there? And that's it for today's episode of TechNoid. Now guys, really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit the like button. If you disliked the video, hit the dislike button. It helps circulate my videos as well. Again guys, I apologize if I don't have a lack of energy. I just woke up, so this video, by the time it gets edited and processed, half the day's already begun. So I gotta go take a shower. I gotta go take a shave. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day, and peace!